So, Sawadee Cap, everybody. Sawadee Cap home. This is a special part of my retirement. I have so many amulets that this is a special deal. Set of LP Tim, any 20 amulets you want. Normally going for anything between $500 to $2,000 each. Some of them. None of them less than $500. Most of them above $1,000 to $1,500. Traditional market price at least. Less than half price. So $10,000 for any 20 amulets for Super LP Tim set. So you can choose any 20 of the ones I show you. Number 1850 first edition coin Rien Samanasak 2510 BE. It's the only one I have. LP Tim. Yeah, that's the first one. I'm not getting the amulets out because then it will take so long. So you remember the numbers. And the second one is Rope LP Tim Get Salak, made from wood, hand carved with, as you can see on this side, the Yangabong Kwai, the Yan Ha, Namo Puttaya inscribed, and the Yan O here on the Jivara, the Yan O on the Jivara robe here. Everything's reversed on this as I'm recording, so my hands are going on. 1885. Yeah. It's made from sacred wood. I'll have a look at, does it have something in the base or not? Yes, it does. Has the code 3 stamp of Chang Patana Anukun, who made the 3 stamp for the Palakik of LP Tim. He was the maker of the Palakik of LP Tim. So that was number 1885. Rope Gets a Lack LP Tim, handmade, hand inscribed, and obviously individually blessed by LP Tim, because he had to inscribe it. So that's the second. I'll be showing more than 20, and you can choose any 20 for $10,000. So this is Sura Nơ Gram Nơ Krang Shang Nam, is a walrus bone carving of a tiger from LP Tim. Yeah, made from walrus tusk or walrus bone. Yeah, Gam Shang Nam. Shang Nam means elephant of the water. Yeah, which is of course the Thai name for the walrus, water elephant. Yeah, so that was number 1896. Carved tiger in water elephant tusk / bone, I'm not sure. Pratsivali in Nerpong Pai Guman, really fluffy one. This is a classic one of the best looking ones I've seen. LP Tim. Pat Siva, Pimp Sivali, Pat Pong Pai Goman, Pimp Pat Sivali. Yeah. This one accepted in all societies by Lumbutim. And that is number 1434. Yeah. So what I've been doing is a selection of all different amulets to have a very nice collection of Lumbutim amulets to choose from, to have 20 Lumbutim amulets of different kinds or colors or models, to have a collection unlike hardly any other except myself, of course. And so the next one would be the Rienjeren Paen, but this is the Rienjeren Paen Lang, which means it says here underneath, instead of on the top, there's two versions. There's one where it has Jeren Paen on the top over here, and one with it on the bottom. This is very rare, this one. Also, this passed both opposed societies. People know what I think about societies anyway, most people who follow me, but anyway. Jeren Paen Lang. Yeah. And it's a second prize winner. Yeah. In Tong Dang. So that's a very rare coin actually. The Jeren Paen Lang is rarer than the Jeren Paen Bon. And then you have the Jeren Paen Bon Pim Jo Gadok, which is another block press. My feet are getting bitten by mosquitoes. So here we have now once again. And that was number 1603. 1603, Rien Jeren Paen Lang, second prize winner. And this is also Rien Jeren Paen Lang. Yeah. Of Lumbutim. Very rare. Not a prize winner, but entered in a different competition with a lot more entries, a lot more people. So the prize doesn't always mean more beautiful. You have to compare both of them and see not just, oh, did it win a prize? So which one of the two do I find more beautiful? I also have a Rien Jeren Paen Bon Pim Jo Kadok on offer. So you could have one of each. Yeah. And here we have also very rare the Pat Pong Pai Goman Pim Sien Lek, the small head version of the Pong Pai Goman Rup Lumputim, number 1353. And it's the only one I've got actually of this Pim because it's so rare, yeah? The Pim Pong Pai Goman Sien Lek, small head version. There's the Ciento, also very rare, which also have. Yeah. So it would be nice in the collection to have both block press models. This Cien Lake, which is number 1353. Yeah. 1353. Pim Cien Lake. And then we could have the Pim Ciento, which is number 1435. And you can see it has a larger head. Nơ Pong Pai Goman, Pat Pong Pai Goman, Pim Ciento. In Nơ Pong Pai Goman. Yeah. And that is number 1435. So any 20 you want for $10,000, you'd be looking at about $25,000 or something, buying them individually at an attractive, cheap market price. Meaning in my shop I sell actually cheaper than most ties on the Thai marketplace. Without a they charge more than me, a little bit more than me, without a certificate. So I charge a little bit less with one. This is the Songpon Yai, and it's not 2515 or 2517. It's from about 2513, I believe. Or I'm not sure, really. There are different stories about this, and I'm still actually not exactly 100% on what year it was released, because of 3 different reasons, which I'll examine. So to define which exact year has still not been, for me, completely confirmed. Authenticity, for sure. It's one of the early block presses, but I believe this amulet was pressed later using an early block press. It's the Pim Songpon Yai, number 0994, yeah? And it's been in grut chamber. It's been hidden in a chedi or in a grut chamber. You can see from the crab grut on it. So it's a different Pim, yeah? Some people call it the Nak Glam Yai, with the Krut Saliga Ku in the back. It's number 0994. These ones go for slightly less, I don't know why, than the, well, for somewhat less than the Khun Paen 15. Almost half to a third of the price, depending on the Khun Paen 15. Because Khun Paen 15 can go from anything from 999 bucks to up to 3,000 bucks. And some places in Thailand, in Thai language, on the Thai marketplace, you're talking 5,000 to 10,000 bucks for some. But other people don't charge that much, and neither do I. Not necessary. But as you know, some people bounce things up a bit, don't they? The Tim's amulets are not cheap anyway. There's no reason to bounce them up. They're already quite highly priced, and they should be because of their prestige and rarity. So here we have the Takrut Takchuak, yeah? And as you can see, it's a Takrut Ku of Lumbu Tim, yeah? With the waist cord attached, or you can wear it around your neck. So that is number 1412. Another one of the 20 you could choose in your collection. Actually, it's 1, 2. Let's have a look here. I'll get it out for you because this isn't in a box. It's actually 3. It's 3. And it has the code 3 stamp on it from Chang Patana Anugun, yeah? So it's a triple Takrut. You can wear it around the neck or on waist cord. It's wide enough, it's long enough to wear on a waist cord. You can always extend cords or put the Takrut on new cords, but I keep this old cord because it's blessed by Lumbu Tim, of course. Because it's put together as a triple set. It's not 3 Takrut that a Luksit, a devotee, has put together afterwards. It is deliberately 1 week cha. So that is number 1412. Takrut Lumbu Tim. Takrut Card L. Waist cord Takrut belt of Lumbu Tim. Yeah. And so let's put that back. The next one we go now to Khun Paen land, or Khun Paen 15 land, and I've selected some different colours to have. Maybe some people might want 3 or 5 Khun Paen of different colours or different models. So this is the classic Ta Bronze Wanit, yeah, in Pong Pai Guma Nua Khao, white with bronze coating, and the Saliga Ku Takrut in the back. Number 2017, 2017, yeah? Classic, the all-time classic model, yeah? With the gold covering, coating, the bronze Wanit covering. That's a classic. That's the one, the main classic standard everyone wants because everyone knows. And the same again, this time with the single long Takrut Mahaprab, which keeps black magic away as well and dangers. Whereas the Takrut Saligaku, the double Takrut you have in the back sometimes, are for Meta, mercy charm and business more. And this is in Nuadam, which is also Kongra Pan Klat, protective and evasive. Yeah. Also very rare in Nuadam. This is number 0206. So you could have the gold one with the double Takrut for mercy charm and commerce and protection. But each different one has slight leanings. Some of them, not all, but some of them have special leanings. So this one with black powder, Kongrapan, Chatri, Kloklat, and protective Takrut in the back. More Khun Paen first. So then to also have a very rare one that contains two substances which are very highly preferred and rare is in Nơ Grayasat, the puffed rice with Wan Dok Tong, the golden flower herb, with Takrut Saligaku. Extremely rare and usually much more expensive than many other kinds of Muon San. Of course with Pong Prai Kuman and Khao Niao Suk, sticky rice inside the Muon San. But mainly with Grayasat puffed rice. And you can see the golden Wan Dok Tong herbal powders in there. Yeah. It has a very rough granular appearance, which is the appearance of Grayasat. Grayasat means like puffed rice, kind of, which was given to LP Tim as alms, and there was so much left over that he used it as Muon San. Yeah, he blessed it and used it as Muon San. So that's a very rare one to have in Grayasat. I always wanted, when I started to seek, I was like, oh, I want one in Grayasat. I have to get one in Grayasat because I'm a Muon San freak, right? I like everybody who follows me long enough over the last 20 years will know I'm a freak of Muon San, that I like sacred powders. I have my own, what I make, and have made amulets and my own sacred powders, and studied the sacred powder making of other different makers and monks and Drusi, lay masters. So now we go on to number, and that was number 0582. Yeah. And now we go on to Lien Sema, yeah, in Galai Tong of LP Tim, which is this one, the Lien Sema, which is number 1873 in Galai Tong, yeah. It's Nơ Tong Dang Galai Tong, so it's copper with Galai Tong. Galai Tong is the ancient way of galvanizing with gold. Yeah, it has the stamps on the front. Yeah, on the Jivara robe here. Yeah. So Rien Se Ma in Galai Tong, also very rare in Galai Tong. They made many more in Tong Dang, in Galai Tong and in silver and with enamels much less. And here are an absolute rarity, and I only have one, is the Prat Pong Bat Nam Pim Bat Namon. Very large. It's like this big powder amulet. We call it the Alms bowl model. I do anyway, with the Yankabong Kwai on the back and LP Tim. Yeah, it's very, very large. And that's number 1410. 1410. 1410. I'll just take this one out. so I can show you just how big it is. Yeah. Oh, I can't take this out, it's protected. Anyway, you can see that from the image in the certificate. So there you go. Pat Pong Bat Namon. This is another Prat Song Pon Yai Prat Group classic Song Pon Yai model. Number 1892, but with Takrut Mahaprab, the individual long Takrut, which is more protective than for Mercy Charm. Yeah? With lots of crab growth on it. Yeah? So that is number 1892. Certificate number 1892. So any 20 for $10,000, yeah? And $10,000 is no small amount of money, but I just don't have time in my life to get all of these in the shop. And I'm retiring soon. Well, not retiring, but slowing down all the time. So, and I thought this would be very nice because some of the more higher spending customers have actually asked me to make some sets like this, so I thought I would. Here's in Nha Dang. For me, the most beautiful one I have in Nha Dang, because of this, you can see the darker tints on it, but when you look at it under the eye loop, this one really is so rich in Muan San and character. Number 2046, Khun Paen 15. Pim Yai, of course, large Pim in Nha Dang. Yeah. So that is number 2046. And in Nirwan Sabut, Lut, so blood soap herb powders, not Punkin Mat, which is pinker in color. So now we go on to a green one, which is also a third prize winner, and it's another Pim. It's the Pim Lai Lum, which is much thicker. If you could see it from the edge, you'd see it's much thicker and heavier. They cost about 30% more to encase than the normal Pim. It's called the Lai Lum because of this lum, which means like a puddle hole here. Neck Lai means the shoulder, lum. So a puddle next to the shoulder model with the Yangabong Kwai and some inserts which I'm not sure, but it looks like Shin Atan. Looks like pieces of Prai Goman bone. And it's a third prize winner, which would explain actually these inserts of Shin Atan, I believe it is. I need the eye loop to check and confirm, but I would assume that. And it's a third prize winner in green with Saire Tongkam gold powder affixed through Naman Pajau Taksin oil. As it was pressed into the block press, they would pour Naman Pajau Taksin oil into the block press and float gold powder, which often would come from gold remains from making Buddha statues, from Buddha blessing ceremonies and stuff. So that's also to be taken into consideration. And now a one-off absolute rarity. Why? Because it's made from metal. Yeah, he did make some sipung with open, where you could open the front and back, and filled with sipung paste, the meta balm or lip gloss as some people call it. But this is not, it's just solid sacred metal. Yeah, and it's very heavy, very, very heavy. And I only have one. It's number 2022 2022. Yeah. And you would almost call it a rien, a coin, because, well, it's a Khun Paen full-size Pim Yai, but it's in metal. And it's number 2022. And I'll show you. Wow, is it heavy. I mean, this would weigh heavy around your neck. Look how thick it is. But if that falls on the floor, it won't break, that's for sure. Yeah? So that is alchemical metal. And I've never seen any other in my hand or in real life, apart from this one. So that is an expensive amulet. That's an individually sold amulet. But that's one within the choice of 20. Because within the choice of 20 there have to be some very special amulets. To have a collection of Lumbu Tim of 20 amulets, you need variation. You need variation of power of models of Pim for the museum and the showcasing, and for the magical purposes and blessings you want. And the prestige. This is a second prize winner, and also rare for its color is Namuang, purple. Khun Paen with 9 takrut in the back, and I believe either Chanuan bead or a piece of Shinatan. I think it's a Chanuan bead. And it's in Nua Cow, white, Pong Prai Goman powders with Wan Tao Long, purple vine tincture. Yeah. And of course, sticky rice. Yeah. And it's actually it's a Pim Khun Paen block song. Khun Paen Ning Ha block song, Pim Nhai. In Nua Muang, very rare. And it's a second prize winner. And it's number 0469. It's a second prize winner, yeah, in competition. And in the shop, something like that, you'd be looking at a good $6,700 for that, with some free silver casing. Oh, they was all come with free silver casing within the $10,000 offer. Can't do gold, but you can pay extra for that. We do cost price. We don't bump up any prices on the gold. And this is another beautiful choice. 0578, as you can see, it has the Khun Paen Buddha, the Buddha on the back, and the Yangabong Kwai, the 5-side yantra, 5-syllable yantra, Yanha on the back, and on the front you have a more protruded Buddha, but also the 5-syllable yantra impressed on. So it's called, I call it Bamsam, but officially they call it Langbeb. And this is in Nua Chompu, in pink powders, yeah, with Saire Tongkam gold flakes. And it's a very rare double press pimp. So both the rear face yantra and the front face Buddha have been pressed double on both sides. So it's a double imagery on both sides, yeah. The yantra protrudes more on the rear and the Buddha less, and the Buddha protrudes more on the front and the yantra less. So very rare, and in pink powders. A very, very, very rare amulet. So that would be nice to have maybe 3 to 5 Khun Paen in different colors or materials, colors and materials, not or. There's no or about it. If it's in different colors, it's usually in different materials. In fact, no two Khun Paen 15 really are the same, because Rumpu tried to make each one different. So here we have a Pim Boran. You can see the block press. Different. Yeah, it's not the block song. It's a Pim Boran. This is an old Khun Paen. Yeah. Pim Nhai. But this is Gon Tok Teng. The block song is Lang Tok Teng. This is block Gon Tok Teng. So it's a more primitive, earlier block press, which was then refined into the block 2 block press. So it's also a very original amulet, and you can see the difference. Yeah. you can see the difference in its, what I would say, more ancient kind of appearance and shape before they refine the block press further. Yeah, and the Muon San as well, you can see, is very, very rich in Muon San, and it's number 1355. So that's a very, very interesting and rare Tim to have. And the Muon San, apart from Pong Prai Guman, there's so much herbal. It's very powdery surface on that one. It's very fluffy when you look at it in real life under the eye loop. It looks so fluffy and powdery, as if it had been buried in the gut chamber, but it hasn't. Just because of the richness of the herbs. And so, here we have a first prize winner. So I believe this would be included in somebody's choice of 20. Also very rare in white, with a piece of Lumpu's Jivara robe attached. This fold on the back here of Nuagun Muon San is very good. It's a very strong mark of authenticity of pulling it out while it's still wet by hand from the block press and folding it back. Usually would be cut a little bit. This has been left, and I like it. Very, very nice. And as you can see, so did the judges, for the same reason, because it's a first prize winner. Yeah, no takrut, just simple white Pong Prai Guman Lumpu Tim 0588, first prize winner, Nua Cow, with Jivara robe, monk robe affixed. And so that's part 1 of any 20. You can choose, I think that was about 22 or 3 or 24, I don't know. I will do another set in the next video. So you can choose any 20 of these, or if you haven't yet, you can see the next video. And just mention the numbers of the certificates. To list, you write down the numbers of the ones you like until you've got 20. And then you give me $10,000 and I send you 20 plus some extra amulets as gifts, always. In case for free in silver with free EMS, well, free express shipping, whether it's EMS or UPS or whatever, around the world. Oh, and one more, I'll show you one more, which is a third prize winner, because you have to have this in the collection if you have a Khun Paen. You have to have at least one, and I only have one left because they're much rarer than the Pim Yai. Is the Pim Lek, yeah, Nua Pong Prai Guman, number 0579, yeah. And they say Wat Rai Wari, not Wat Lahan Rai, because these were made, actually the block press was made before 2515, when the temple was still called Wat Rai Wari, not Wat Lahan Rai. Which is why the 2517 people who criticize are liars, because they have this in their collection and they never even noticed that on the back it says Wat Rai Wari, which proves there was a block press made before they changed the name of the temple in 2515. So it has to be pre-2515 block press, but released in 2515 as well. They used the block press in 2515 to celebrate the changing of the name of the temple from Wat Rai Wari to Wat Lahan Rai, because 2515 BE was the year they changed the name of the temple. And the changing of the name of the temple was celebrated, of course, with an edition of amulets. Which is why anybody who says that the 2515 BE edition doesn't exist is full of poop. Because if you change the name of a temple of a monk who was given royal status in 2510 BE and present at some of the biggest ceremonies in 2500, 2506 BE, and the changing the name of his temple into, because of its elevated status, of course you're going to release an edition of amulets. Impossible not to. So there you go. The 2515 BE edition is nothing but definite because that's the year they changed the name of the temple and celebrated it. So that was it for now. You can choose any of those, and I'll make another one to show about another 20-25 amulets. But that was what I selected, thinking the well varied selection. The next one will be mostly Khun Paen, yeah, almost all. So if you want varied collection, you can already start with this, actually, and the rest will be mostly Khun Paens, or Khun Paen. I don't like to put an S for plural. So any 20 you'd like for $10,000. Of course, I'll be throwing another one in for free of my choice, what I think fits and would add to the collection, depending on which 20 amulets you choose. I'll find another one as a gift of LP Tim, of high value and free silver casing that is different from the ones you choose, to increment the collection, and some other gifts, of course, and free shipping and free silver casing for all of them. You can do gold, looks great, but to be honest, the pure silver our artisan does, the casing looks fantastic, and it actually enhances the Khun Paen quite nicely. Yeah, and it's not the kind of silver that tarnishes easily, although you can always clean silver, and he's a very good artisan, and it's waterproof. So taking free casing within the deal, advisable unless you really, really want gold. So you get 20 amulets plus one for free for $10,000. You're looking at, if you make the right choices, you can get maybe $25,000 to $30,000 worth of amulets for 10,000, and some gifts, yeah, and free casing, which is also worth a lot of money. So that's the best I can do with that, with a very nice LP Tim collection, because I don't have time to do them one by one. I'm 58 going on 59, getting tired and old, and I want to meditate and go to practice sometimes, so I don't want to be sat in front of a computer all the time. The ocean is in front of me. I've been on the kayak today with my 2 dogs and my wife on the beach down the road, and it's nice to live sometimes, because you never know when you're going to die. Might be today. Might not even need to sell these. That's true. So, Sawadee Cap, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening, morning, or wherever you are. And may the Dhamma always be with you.